Welcome to video number 2 on finding the volume of spheres, and this time we're going to take our volume and we're going to go backwards and find the radius of the sphere. So, ladies and gentlemen, we know that the formula for volume of the sphere, you should be saying it in your head right now, that volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi times the radius cubed. All right? So, and you know I like to write it as 4 times pi times the radius cubed, all divided by 3. Well, knowing that, we're actually going to throw the volume into our equation. So we're going to write 288 pi is equal to 4 times pi times the radius cubed. We don't know what it is, but so we're going to write that there, and we're going to divide that by 3. Now, when we do inverse operations, all we're doing is plugging in the volume, and now we're just using order of operations, solving equations for the variable, the unknown, and voila. It's solving equations all the way back. So we know we want to get rid of this 3. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides of the equation by 3. And you know me, I like to change colors. Well, on this side, clear 288 times 3 is going to give us 864. I'm going to come over here. 864 is now equal to 4 times pi times the radius cubed, and these 3's simplify out. So that's what we're left with. Now, oh wait a minute, that's 864 pi, excuse me, almost messed up on that one. That's 864 pi, 864 pi, because that pi is still in here, right? It's still in there, we gotta leave it. Because we don't need to multiply by 3.14, we're gonna divide it out anyway, so we're gonna divide by 4 pi. And the pi's will simplify out. And 864 divided by 4 is 216. And that is equal to the radius cubed. Well, we don't want the radius cubed. We want the radius, just the radius. And so the inverse operations, because we always to undo, so to undo the cube, we have to do the opposite of cubing, which means to take the cube root of each number, and I will show you how to do that on your calculator in class tomorrow. And when we take the cube root of 216, we get 6. So the radius is equal to 6, and since they gave us inches, it's just 6, because the radius is one-dimensional, 6 inches. Okay, so let's do this a couple more times. Find the volume of a sphere, 562.5 pi centimeters cubed. So we're going to take our volume is equal to 4 times pi times the radius cubed divided by 3. And we're going to plug in 562.5 pi is now equal to 4 times pi times the radius cubed divided by 3. And of course, we are going to multiply both sides of the equation by 3. And when we multiply 562.5 times 3, we get 1,867. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'll tell you, every once in a while, Mr. Ross does have a brain fart. And when he has those brain farts, we have to fix them. I know we all make these kind of mistakes. I actually said 2 numbers backwards. So 1,687.5 pi is now equal to 4 pi times the radius cubed. And we're going to take this up here. And because we are going to divide by 4 pi. We're going to divide both sides by 4 pi. And we know that the 4 and the pi on one side cancels out, pi on the other side. And so 1,687.5 divided by 4 does give us 421.875. And that is equal to the radius cubed. And we just learned a moment ago that the inverse of cubing is to take the cube root. And when you take the cube root of 421.875, you actually get 7.5. So the radius is 7.5 centimeters. One more time, real quickly. Again, volume is equal to 4/3 pi times the radius cubed. So we're going to take 18,432 pi is equal to 4 pi times the radius cubed, all divided by 3. We're going to divide both sides, multiply both sides. Multiply both sides by 3. And 18,432 times 3 does give us 55,296 pi is 4 pi times the radius cubed. And then we're going to divide by 4 pi. Well, I'm telling you, it's just following order of operations. So we take that, we divide by 4, and we get, move it up here, 13,824 is equal to our radius cubed. And then we take the cube root of that. And the cube root of 13,824 is 24. So our radius is 24, again, centimeters. Did I put a number on it? No, good. Okay. So yes, because the radius is one-dimensional, and so we are done. Ladies and gentlemen, your quick right number 2. And yes, we do have a third video tonight, so please don't think we're done. Come back for video number 3. Your quick right is to find the radius for a sphere that has a volume of 2,304 pi yards cubed. Get another quick break and come back and see me video 3.